Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. All right, boys and girls, you've been waiting for it all year long, and somehow, some way, we get this guy in here during the holiday season. It is the one, the only Santa Claus.
Hello, boys and girls. How are you doing, Jeremy?
I am doing very well. How are you doing this fine December?
We're doing good. Production is on schedule. We're staying ahead, keeping the toys ready. We just need to get more of those letters in so that the elves know what the children need.
Now, over the years, I suspect that things have changed a little bit in the elf factory. We get all the new technology and all the new, like, how does the North Pole stay on top of this technology change?
Well, we do have our own engineers, and actually, we have the technology probably before everybody else does. And, you know, after all, we have to make toys for millions of children, and we even improve our delivery system so we have sleighs of extra toys ready, so when we empty one sleigh, there's where we have what we call a staging point where I meet up, switch sleighs, and continue to go around the world delivering more toys.
And it's impressive how many toys you deliver around the world. And the magic behind that has always been fascinating to me.
Well, the elves and I decided a long time ago that this had to be a special mission that we would do. And so we're constantly making sure that we do the best job, because who else would?
That should be like your slogan. Like, they got to have that on the T-shirts for the elves. Who else would?
Well, the slogan on the Elves T-shirt is "More cookies, more eggnog makes better presents."
I was thinking hashtag eggnog or something for the hip and new elves, or hashtags cookie and milk.
Well, the cookies and the eggnog are the milk is my department. The elves is eggnog. After all, that makes them too sweet to get eaten by a polar bear when we go out and about. And, you know, that's why the polar bears love the elves, because they bring them their Coca-Cola and things like that.
Wait a minute. You're not saying that there's a tie to that soda. No way.
Well, not to me.
That's the North Pole secrets right there.
That's part of the polar bear's tradition.
Yeah. Well, let's quickly talk about
Better than snowball fights.
You know, sure. Well, I can just imagine a good snowball fight in the North Pole has got to be something else. But we had our what normally is a children's holiday party, but we changed it to Talk with Santa. Keep everybody safe, and we had a good turnout for that, and talking boys and girls. But thinking back to some of the great times that boys and girls come sat in your lap, and you're thinking back like, that one really stood out to me. Like, what's been that over the years? Where's that one that stands out to you for asking?
Well, it's when the children, they ask for things for other people and not themselves. Those are the ones where you really want to help the best you can. And I did have one young girl ask me for one of the sleigh bells. And I brought it to her in person on Christmas Eve. And she was still up. And she had a friend staying with her.
Oh, gee.
But I had two of them because the elves had let me know ahead of time to make sure that I had two silver bells, one for her and one for her friend.
Wow. That's pretty impressive. It's the technology. You said it.
Well, the elves, do a lot. We got the elves on the shelf that turn around and get reports back to the North Pole. We have the little elves that go check on the children at night to make sure that everything is okay. And, you got to make sure you pick up your toys, or where do we have room for the new ones?
There you go. You heard it here first. I've got two very young kids that need to listen to that message right now. I'm talking to you, Lily and Carson. Pick that stuff up. All right, let's get to our annual tradition here on FACTv and finding out who's getting what this year when it comes to the holidays. So FACTv, we got 5 great employees here. We'll save mine for last. I don't know how many years I've received coal from you, but I'm hoping for something better in the future. But we'll go first to Scott. Scott, the assistant manager here at FACTv. Any advice for him this year?
Well, Scott, giving you a better alarm clock might help, but
I like that one.
I still think he needs another scarf.
He is a scarf guy. That's kind of interesting. He is a scarf guy. I could see that. He's a Vikings fan, so better make it
green and gold.
Green.
After all, that's the Tundra team.
Well, whatever floats his boat is what I tell him. All right, moving on. We've got George, who joined our staff in the last year and a half. And George fills in at night, helping us out with the meetings, doing some great work.
George deserves a special gift. I think he should be getting a big soft pillow. Because after he's worked such a long day, he needs a pillow to be able to sleep on and get all of his thoughts ready for the next day.
Speaking of another hard worker, Chad Cole's been here almost as long as I've been here. Just falls short by a year and a half, I believe, but celebrating 10 years this year.
Chad. Oh, Chad needs a new mug and packets of coffee and hot cocoa to put in it.
I like that. And he works some long nights here with some of the meetings as we're covering them, and so he's got to stay awake.
That's why he needs the coffee.
He's always admiring my mug collection, so this makes perfect sense. All right, we move on to Andrew. Andrew directing behind the scenes, pressing the buttons as we speak. We call him Bamlet for short. What does he have up
What does the Bamlet get? The Bamlet for Christmas. I know the ultimate would be a cassette tape recorder.
He is an audio guy. It's a true statement.
But, it may be one that doesn't even work, but he'd be able to have it for his history shelf of this is what the technology used to be. And now he's got all this new toys and everything else to make sounds in his movies with, but it all goes back to the original cassette player.
Bam. I like it. He's an audio guy. He is our audio expertise here on the show and in the department for that fact. So, all right, finally, you leave it down to me. It's been a year, and I feel like I've been doing better, but...
Well, you have to understand, at least with all this greenhouse stuff, we can't give away coal anymore.
Well, that's good.
We give away chocolate.
Chocolate? I like chocolate.
Because we figure if we sweeten you up a little bit, you'll be better.
Oh, man.
So, preferably, I like the dark chocolate cherry cordials. So
I am a dark chocolate fan. I'll say that. You surprise me with some dark chocolate, I'll surprise you with some good milk and cookies. Wisconsin style.
Wisconsin style?
Total Wisconsin style. You bet.
Cool.
Get in a you betcha too, as I'm doing it. All right, final thoughts here before we wrap up on this holiday season. There a lot of things have changed in the world, especially since COVID. You name it. But I think there's still one good message out there. We're still all together. We're still all one, right?
Right.
And I think you still got these great traditions out there.
You have to appreciate your family, your loved ones, and to be able to continue doing good things for others. So it's not always a me world, like everybody was going to their own little apartment, staying away from each other and everything. You still have to understand the love of your family, of your friends. They all care about you. And, there's joy of the heart is helping others and being with others. Granted, you got to be careful. You got your masks, you got your distancing, but that doesn't mean that you can't be helpful, kindness, and a very loving person, especially to the other close ones in your family that love you too.
It's a true statement. It's the time of giving. It's time of love. It's time of joy, right? Have some joy. And Santa, we appreciate the time as always, and appreciate you helping us out with our talk with Santa. Hopefully we'll get back in person next year. If not, we might have to do 2 gigs. You still do the talk with Santa and the in person.
Well, that would be fine. I've been missing the kids. Granted, we're going to get to squeeze a few of them in on the Zoom meetings with Santa, but to get to see and talk with the kids, it just makes a great day.
Sure does. All right, Santa, have a good holiday season, and we'll see you back here for our annual meeting next year, right here on the TF set. Might be different color, but...
Very good.
All right.
Merry Christmas to you and your family and
you
friends.
As well. Thank you so much. Santa, check him out on Christmas Eve. No, you better not. You better be sleeping so he shows up at your house. Or, you'll be in trouble. All right, we'll take a quick break. More to come. You're watching Talking Fitchburg.